I am actually in a winter wonderland. Yes, that is the vehicle. Check out where we are at. Gotta love Denver, Colorado. But yeah, what this video is about, is something that this trip kind of pointed out to me. I'm actually in Denver, Colorado for my 21st birthday. I'm going to go see the GOAT play basketball today, actually. Yes, I do think Nikola Jokic is the best basketball player of all time. I will likely get into that in a different video. But the topic for today's video is talking about just how to improve your small talk, because I realized like my ability to small talk, yes, that's the hot tub we was in. And believe it or not, it's actually still kind of warm as long as you keep that cover on. But yeah, man, small talk, bro, small talk. Small talk changes so much. Small talk changes your normal day-to-day conversation. It changes your networking opportunities. It changes your chance to, try to get a partner. Like all that stuff, small talk really does help with, bro. I don't even know if it's safe to walk down these stairs. Yeah, we're gonna hit a little turnaround. This is most, I don't know where y'all are from, but growing up in Georgia, it snowed. It snowed occasionally. Here comes winter. But this is by far the most snow I've ever seen in my life. Like, look how this is piling up in the crib. And it's crazy. This video is more like a showing off Denver / how to improve your small talk. But like, dude, we're seriously in the mountains. Like, we're like 1,100 feet above elevation or whatever. So, but yeah, like I was saying, small talk really is so undervalued these days. Um, just because we're in such an era where everybody wants to like communicate digitally, communicate on your phone, communicate, through social media, even like in business settings, like we use email now. We don't really like to do face-to-face talk. And, this can kind of be an issue because at the end of the day, communication is what gets you so many things. Like I already listed a bunch earlier, so I don't have to revamp on that. But like, think about like interviews. I see interviews as literally like the ones from what I do or from what I've experienced and the research and stuff that I've done. But it just seems like the ones who can have a genuine, real conversation while also promoting like what they would benefit to the program are the ones who are successful. And that's the thing. Oh my goodness. This is a winter wonderland. I wish I could like show y'all it yesterday or whatever. Or I'll throw a picture up right here. Of like when we first got here, so y'all know like this white is like there's cars down here that are stuffed in snow. But back to what I was saying about the small talk. Um or the interviews and things like that. Matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and give y'all my secret to small talk. And I can't even take credit for this. I got it strictly from How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It's actually a book that I've probably been reading for a long time. And the reason why I like it's taking me so long because like I'll stop and I'll harp on the concept of it. I might just sit down here. I'll hop on the concept of it and like actually apply it to my life, to my practical day-to-day experience. And that's when I realized like the concepts he's talking about, like it actually works. It's the craziest thing. So I definitely think y'all should check that book out. But essentially one thing that has really like helped me realize is people love to talk about themselves. And I can't cap, I'm guilty of it right now. Like, think about this video alone. Think about how I've made this YouTube. All this video, or all this YouTube is I was somebody who enjoyed talking about myself and felt like uh, people would enjoy me talking about myself too. So I did it. And now I talk about myself. This is a road, bro. This is a road. I don't think we going anywhere. I did make sure to get a car with 4x4, snow mode, all that. Almost came in a minivan. That would be crazy. But yeah, man, the power of small talk is crazy. Or just like, really just getting people, like, and that's why I've gotten really good. Like, I like to kind of be interested about a lot of things on a surface level, just so I can have conversation about it. So like, one thing like that is I broadened my music genre. One thing y'all don't realize is different cultures and different people, like the music that we grow up to, the music we listen throughout our lives, completely different. And there's a lot of things that are completely different about different cultures just because of like who you hang out with and stuff. But like, I took something, for example, from music and I like broadened it. So now I can have a talk about somebody who really loves country. You know, like I'm in some type of setting where country song goes on. I have, like, we're in Denver right now. John Denver is probably going to come on. And now that I know about him, it's a good little conversation. And that's just a little surface thing. Like, I'm telling y'all, man, whatever somebody is putting the most time into, just ask them about it and they will rant for it for days. Like, even if it's work, even if it's a job that they hate it for a reason. They have so many reasons to talk about it. So man, you just, like, just be inquisitive. And that's the problem. I think a lot of y'all, and Dale Carnegie pointed this out too, a lot of y'all go into conversations like wanting a benefit. We got to get back to a point. We got to get back normalized. It's cool to just have a conversation, just to be a good, human and have a conversation with somebody, man. I think we got a problem. I'm getting snowed on, bro. I literally just started this video. I walked out and look how much snow my hat has collected. Like I said, bro, I don't know how much snow we finna get total. This is crazy. But, where was I? I can guarantee you, I'll bet serious money on this, that if you just get engaged with them and have a genuine interest and like genuinely care about what they're saying, number one, they'll really enjoy talking to you, because a lot of the time, bro, we're in such a world where everybody's so isolated, mass that's connection, that like we really just be wanting the opportunity to be heard for real sometimes. Like, a genuine conversation these days can do so much because people just aren't heard. Bro, it's crazy. There's icicles coming down from the windows, bro. Like, what is going on? Bro, I need to record a video up there. Y'all see that little balcony? But yeah, man, people love to be heard out. People love to have somebody finally interested in genuinely them. And that alone just like, bro, that gets you on the right foot. That is how you make a good first impression. I'm telling y'all the secret right now to have a good first impression. Go to talk to somebody, find out what they, like, what area they're in, what they do, where they're from. Just find out something that they're proud of, essentially. They don't even have to be proud of it. Find out something that it just means a lot to them, that you just know they have a lot to talk about. And I guarantee they would love to talk about it. They're going to blow you. Now be ready, be cautious, because they are going to talk your ear off. But that's a part of it. That's a part of it. That's a good thing. Just like that, you have now built a solid relationship with that person. You don't know what that person could do for you later on in life. They could be a businessman trying to get you right. They could be, they could hook you up with this connection, all this. And all it takes is just being a nice, genuine person. That's another thing. I need to make sure y'all can hear me because it's snow on my mic. But yeah, that's another thing, man. Just realize that doing things with people and with the help of people will make things so much easier, because that will make you want to be more intent about these conversations and everything. Like, just knowing that anybody that you run into could really set you up for, like, I could run into a top 600,000, 700,000 subscriber YouTuber right now, and I have no idea, he'll give me tidbits on YouTube or maybe even collab with me, and that'll change the trajectory of my life and stuff. Like, I remember just at football, like on fan day and stuff, every time people came, every time I would try to give my best impression and really just let them know, like, I appreciate the fan. That's one thing. If you are a Georgia Tech fan, please I want y'all to know we appreciate y'all. We need more y'all. I know there's a lot of y'all out there, but y'all been kind of scared. Now that we win and stuff, come on, step outside. Come on, step outside. But that's just a little side talk. But yeah, like this, and like the thing is, what you find out is you really learn a lot of things, bro. You really learn a lot of things, because a lot of the times that people, like, you got to realize how much time we invest fully onto something. Like, take YouTube, for example. Although I've only been on it about 2 weeks now, I've been putting a lot of time into it. So now I know a lot about it. And that's how people are with, like, almost everything they do. So when they be putting a lot of time into something, they know a lot about it and they can give you tricks. I'll give you a prime example, a beautiful example. The other day I'm DoorDashing. I'm DoorDashing because it's in Atlanta, and I just wanted to see how much cash I get from it. If y'all are interested in how much cash I get it, comment, like, subscribe. I'm potentially drop a video. But I was just interested to see how much cash I get. It was a morning, I wasn't doing nothing, so I went in DoorDash. I was DoorDash. I talked to somebody. He really oh no, what got my attention was they were like, welcome back. You were just here, weren't you? I'm like, okay. So he quick with it, he swift with it, he clearly know what he doing. And yeah, we was talking. I just randomly asked him, like, how it's been going this morning or something like that. He's like, man, it's going pretty good. Bro. This is the day after New Year, so he's like, bro, last night was crazy. It was plus $6 an order. I made yada 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 all DoorDash. I made like $250 last night, and I'm just talking to this man, and it didn't take me long to find out this man really is a professional DoorDasher, bro. Like he really know what he doing. So I'm DoorDashing, man, and he was like, once you get this order, pause it, and he gave me this one little pointer. I really don't even want to spoil the pointer because the pointer was that good. And just like that, I had me a cool $60 hour and oh no, about 2 hours. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like this was my first time on DoorDash in a minute. And even when I was on DoorDash earlier, I wasn't serious. But I had just this efficient hour and a half, 2 hours, strictly because I asked somebody how the DoorDash was going that morning. You see, and like that's the small thing that it be lead to. Small talk is so exponential because you realize like that, and like, all you gotta do is build a shallow relationship with somebody. And that's why you gotta learn their name too. Learn their name and learn one quick thing about them. Just one quick little memory about them, bro. So the next time you see them, number one, because people feel honored you remember your name. I guarantee you, let somebody who you don't really remember call your name, you would feel honored, you would feel special, you would feel bad for not knowing their name because of how important they made you feel for knowing yours. So I'm trying to figure out where I was going with that. Oh yeah. So you learn their name, you learn one fact about them. Next time you see that, hey John, man, what's going on? Hey, how's the shoot, I don't know. How's the boxing been going? I know you told me last time you had just got into combat sports. And just like that, bro, he feels real special. He feels real inclined to know you. He feels real like and he wants to know you more. So the next time y'all talk, it can be a full conversation. And I'm telling y'all, it's just that simple. That is probably my greatest asset right now. It ain't the cash. It ain't none of that. It's my network right now, bro. Right now, I feel like I'm in a confident position. And it's really, I got to give a lot of credit to Georgia Tech athletics and all that because, I really did mess with the school. I really do mess with Atlanta and the things that it does for you. But yeah, my network is good because every time you're in Georgia Tech puts you, especially with athletics and football, it puts you in front of the faces of a lot of people who, you know, have had good success in their life where, you know, the staggering stats about how many Georgia Tech people are millionaires or whatever. And even just not that, just people, just good people who know knowledge. Like I know somebody who had a really good nonprofit I was interested in and just stuff like that that you just have this small talk conversation with and now they're at your disposal at any time. Like I remember, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I did not like I when I had my internship or when I needed an internship, I was not worried about applying for an internship. I'm gonna be honest because I knew all I had to do was text somebody from my network, my extended network that I had been building, and getting an internship would not be that hard. I probably got an internship in 2-3 weeks. It was good paying, remote to fit my football schedule and all that, just strictly from small talk. I'm not bragging. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm giving y'all free game. That's free. I'm not even charging y'all, man. All I'm doing is charging your time, and I might charge you a like. You might have to go ahead and like too. But yeah, man, you learn one little fact. You learn. Oh, and then what that does is like because they remember you, because they remember how important you made them feel just in that little moment. They want to help you out, bro. What you'll also realize is a lot of people. Look how tall the mountains go back there, man. Sheesh. But yeah, a lot of people really do just be wanting to help people out because, like I said, we're in an isolated culture, bro. We're in a culture where people just don't really talk to people enough anymore. So, yeah, man, when you actually talk to somebody, there's a chance that's your first time, that's their first time having a real conversation in like a week. And that just puts you on such a pedestal and they feel more inclined to want to see you do good. That's the thing about me. As humble as I want to say this as humble as possible. But I just feel like I have a lot of people who want to see me do good, and that's why I was like confident enough to end up starting this channel because I knew like yeah, who of course you're gonna have haters when you do something like this. The haters are going to come, but I just felt confident in enough that I had enough people who would really be behind me with this and really support me and really like enjoy what I got going on and really to give me enough motivation to keep going for real. And to this point, I have for sure got that, and that's what's been nice. And so truly, I think it's just because I know how to talk, bro. I know how to hold up a conversation and also just make stuff less awkward. Like you have been in situations, especially people our age. like I said, I've been here for my 21st birthday. So like in college, you run into a lot of situations where it's just a lot of people sitting. Like elevators are a perfect one. I live on the 18th floor of my apartment. So like a lot of times it's just a bunch of us in there. We just click 19, 17, 18. So we know we going to be with each other for the next 2 minutes or so. Why not make a smooth little conversation off it so the next time you see it, you know, they live in your apartment. It's not like this is some complete stranger. This is a relationship you could be. You're likely going to run into them again. So why not, man, the snow getting on my camera? I kind of like it. Nah. Yeah, so why not just go ahead and build a quick relationship with them? You never know what they could do for you. And like, you gotta remember it's exponential. So like, you get cool with one person. They have a whole circle that they already cool with and they can just pile on until eventually it's a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get cool with their friends and their friends get cool. Like, you know that one thing. I hate doing stuff like this because I don't be wanting to misquote what it actually is. But it's some research or some study that like apparently you can get to anybody in the world through like 7, 8 people or something like that. Gosh, please don't quote me on that. But look up, it's something similar. Like the concept is like, you know, like one person knows one person, they're able to get to another person. And you can like, just by doing that, all it would take is like 7, 8 people to really get to anybody in the world. I don't know. I definitely butchered that, but it's something along that line, and I wouldn't be too surprised because that's really how powerful I think small talk is. But I've done enough yapping. I really appreciate y'all watching. If y'all watched this far, yeah, like I said, go ahead and subscribe. You already know a video day, and man, I'm enjoying my trip. As always, y'all be good, stay blessed, peace.